Hi, my name is Abby Chuman, and I am the Talking Book Librarian. Thank you for joining us for our book talk series. These videos will be recorded and out on the Indiana State Library's YouTube channel, as well as Talking Book Facebook page, where you can access them there. The purpose of these book talks is to provide book ideas for book clubs and to include questions for you to answer for yourself or in a book club setting. These videos will remain online, so you can decide to read these books whenever you would like. If you are interested in this book or any of the other books that we talk about, give the Talking Book employees a call at 800-622-4970. And feel free to pause this video at any time to answer any of the questions as you see fit. The book we will be discussing today is Sankofa by Chibundu Onuzo. All right. The overview of Sankofa is Anna is at a stage of her life when she's beginning to wonder who she really is. She is separated from her husband, her daughter is all grown up, and her mother, the only parent who raised her, is dead. Searching through her mother's belongings one day, Anna finds clues about the African father she never knew. His student diaries chronicle his involvement in radical politics in 1970s London. Anna discovers that he eventually became the president, some would say dictator, of a small nation in West Africa, and he is still alive. When Anna decides to track her father down, a journey begins that is disarmingly moving, funny, and fascinating. Like the metaphorical bird that gives the novel its name, Sankofa expresses the importance of reaching back to knowledge gained in the past and bringing it into the present to address universal questions of race and belonging, the overseas experience for the African diaspora, and the search for a family's hidden roots. And I chose this book by Chibundu Onuzo because of last month being Black History Month, and then this month being Women's History Month. We're doing our best to combine the two and talk about a great book by an African-American woman author. So a little bit about the author, Chibundu Onuzo, which I believe she is now Dr. Onuzo. She has her doctorate. She was born in 1991 in Nigeria, the youngest of 4 children of parents who were doctors, and grew up in Lagos. She moved to England when she was 14 to study at an all-girls school in Winchester, Hampshire, for her GCSEs. And at the age of 17 began writing her first novel, which was signed 2 years later by Faber and Faber and was published when she was 21. She was the youngest female writer ever taken on by the publisher. She was taken on at 19, which is amazing. Onuzo received a first-class bachelor's degree in history from King's College London in 2012 and went on to earn a master's degree in public policy from University College London. She studied for a PhD at King's College London, researching the West African Students' Union. And then we will go on into the discussion questions. I don't have as many as typical, but there is a lot to unpack in this novel. So the first discussion question is, how does being mixed race impact Anna's experience growing up in the UK? Do you think Bronwyn and Carol treated Anna differently because of it? Second question, what do you think of the diary format in the early chapters? Do you keep diaries? Have you ever read someone else's? Compared to a standard narrative, what does it reveal about the diary's writer, and what does it conceal? Oh, too far. Nope, I went back. All right, third question. In chapter 8, Anna recalls an incident when she smacked Rose in public, and a woman asks, "Does her mother know you hit her?" Anna responds, "Yes, she does." Why do you think the woman asks this? Why do you think Anna responds the way she does? Why does Anna meet with a divorce lawyer? And what does she learn from the meeting? Do you think that Anna really wants a divorce, or does she want to reconcile with her husband? Next question. Who was Francis a Gray? Who is Kofi a J? How does Anna feel about the two sides of her father? How do you feel about the two sides of her father? Why do you think Anna tries to dig up the stake of Abina, the child imprisoned after being accused of witchcraft? How does meeting Abina impact Anna? How does Afua's relationship with their father differ from Anna's relationship? What does Anna learn about her father from her siblings? How did you feel when Anna's father sent her to jail? How did Anna feel about being sent to jail and being lied to about it? Anna creates art for an exhibition where none of her paintings have faces. Why do you think she painted them this way? What do you think of Anna's art? And what did you think of the lady calling her out and saying she doesn't paint Black people? What did that do to Anna? At the end of the novel, Anna goes through an initiation rite in Bamana. What happens during this ritual? Why do you think it happened? How do you think Anna was affected? Did Anna's trip to Bamana match her expectations of the place? How so, or how not? In chapter 29, Kofi tells Anna, "There is a mythical bird we have here, Anna. We call it the Sankofa. It flies forward, but with its head facing back. It's a poetic image, but it cannot work in real life." And that's from page 280 to 281. Why do you think Sankofa was chosen as the title for the novel? How does it make you reflect on your own family history? And then those questions are from the reading group guides, and they have a Sankofa spreadsheet to look at the different questions. And now I'm going to provide a few of my own thoughts up on the book. I really enjoyed this book. I wanted it to be a little bit more succinct at the end. I wanted to know how Anna really felt about her father. Yes, he was a president, but he was definitely more closer to a dictator. He was just a dictator that stepped down himself instead of being deposed. I was surprised that Anna didn't seem more angry at her own father for not only lying to her, but also throwing her in jail to give her the quote unquote experience that she wanted. I don't think she really wanted that experience. I really enjoyed the dichotomy of explaining kind of what Anna was like in England, how she was seen as Black, even though she was technically mixed race from a white mother and a Black father. And then seeing how that was compared to her when she went to Bamana and was called white the whole time. They considered her to be white because she was mixed race instead of being considered Black in England because she was mixed race. I thought that was a really interesting thing. She, didn't really know where she fit. And they never really 100% kind of show that she fits in both situations, but the author did a really good job showing that Anna was just more comfortable in her skin at the end. Yes, she looks different than both her mother and her father, but she was able to kind of make peace with that and realize, she's her own person. And her daughter looks different than her as well, and they can embrace that and also kind of talk about it, which is why I was excited that she asked her daughter to come visit her in Bamana, the African country. I thought overall it was a really good book. I know that the author Onuzo wrote it and she was still fairly young. This book came out in 2021. So she would have been a little bit under 30, I think, because we were born the same year. So I know how old she was. But I enjoyed the book. I thought it had a lot of good discussions about race and about finding yourself. And it did it in a really entertaining way. All of the characters were very interesting and very, they had a lot of character to themselves and a lot of personality. So I was really happy to read this, and I thought it was fun to read for Black History Month and Women's History Month. We will be back in, I believe, sometime in May. And I can't remember what book we'll be reading, but I'm sure it's another good one just as well. So I will see you guys in May. And if you have any questions, give us a call. Again, our number is 800-622-4970. Thank you guys. See you later.